Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. Today we'll find ourselves pushing into the January transfer window. We've got some games in the Premier League. They're going to be quite tough, actually. Nottingham Forest away is not a straightforward fixture, to say the least. We've also 9th place Newcastle as well, who are also trying to chase down the current European spot sides. But hopefully we can still get good results in those fixtures and close the gap and overtake Liverpool at least in 4th. Try and close the gap, catch up with Manchester City if we can, but it's a long way to Manchester United and even further to Arsenal. Still unbeaten so far this season. We're also Leicester at home and Crystal Palace away at the end of the episode, so I'm not sure whether we'll sim Leicester or Palace. We'll be playing 3, of course, and simming the other as we usually do, but depending on where they both are in the league, depends on which one we sim. With Palace in the relegation zone, that is that decision rather easily made, isn't it? So we'll play 3 and then we'll sim 1 at the end, and hopefully we'll be in the top 4 by the end of the episode. And hopefully, as we push into January, we might be able to make some signings, maybe? We've got money. I'm sure we've got money. We've got 130 million. I've got money. Don't worry about that. But what do we do with it? That's the question. I believe Milo is available again now. Where are you? Yes, Milo Baumann is available again after his certainly unjustified red card against Arsenal yesterday. Hopefully he can be a bit more positive for us here away from him against Forest. Let's see what we can do at the City ground. Nottingham Forest with Martin Boker in goal. Flashbacks intensify. Vanderson, Harwood, Bellis, Chaleta, Sarr and Estupinian. Their defence is definitely the strongest area of their squad, although AJ at 90 and Brahim Diaz at 87 are certainly very strong as well in their midfield, but it's a very attacking midfield, and a Hader might be a little bit overrun in the middle there if those 3 attack-minded midfielders do push on in front of him. We'll see what happens, and how Forest actually approach the game tactically might be what decides the result. What also might decide the result is then potentially getting a red card inside 90 seconds. Patrick Guy is destroyed, and it is a red card for Carlos Alcaraz. The former Southampton man is gone inside 90 seconds. Toodaloo, cheerio, tatty boys, see you later, pal. They're a man light in midfield already, but crucially for them, it was one of those 3 attacking players, not a Hader, who is going to be that rock holding in front of the back 4 for them. Salah is in here. I obviously want to try and cut this back. And we have done now. Still hasn't scored, though, because he's hit the defender with the shot. Win that header, please. Well up. Milo Baumann knows all about red cards in the Premier League, as per the last episode. Salinas knows all about scoring in the Premier League, as per the past 2.5 seasons. But so far this year, it's actually Tom Edwards that leads the way with our goal-scoring exploits. Canate out to Vanderson. Great footwork. Canate! Needed saving, and was saved, but wow. Just knock it in front of Salah. Edwards is short. Salinas is going. The defender nowhere near me. And Nacho gives us a 1-0 lead. Hops over the goalkeeper in rather acrobatic fashion. And we are going to get victory here. There's no way that Forest turn this back round. Fofana. Nice tackle by Sissoko. Still Forest come forward. Fofana. Nice tackle by Ben Jack. Or block of the shot at the very least. Oh, Nacho. Jesus, we don't want a red card each. We don't want a goal each either. Oh, dearie me, we nearly had both. Off the top of the bar from Fofana. That was floating and just didn't quite dip in time. But I tell you what, it really wasn't far away. Oh, that's an odd camera angle. And in, Salinas. I see the run from deep. I'm just going to go for goal. Nacho! Boca did very well against us last time we played Forest. And he's made a good stop there, but that would have been a hell of a goal. Up we go, please. Romero, maybe. Oh, so tempting, but getting close down like that, I won't go for the shot. Jack. Edwards. Ah, shot blocked. Fleming. Oh, it was Romero, actually, the left back. The technique was brilliant, but unfortunately just wide of that far post. Edwards, Romero, looking to tuck that inside. Oh, let themselves down there, Forest. Oh, he's let himself down there, Fleming. Mistakes all round today for Nottingham Forest, but at the minute, I'm not able to punish them that much. Nice tackle by Romero. I mean, he might as well just keep running into the space if it's going to open up for me. And then AJ. And then Salinas is here. AJ was chasing Romero. Oh, on the volley. No! If he doesn't touch that, I think it's going in. What a great camera angle that is. I think that's going in. So if he leaves that, the defender might have gotten there anyway, but we also might have gotten ourselves a second goal. Romero. Nicely in. Salinas through the gap. Nacho! Boca does it again. Nacho doesn't score. We should be 3-0 up in this game, at least. We're not firing on all cylinders in front of goal at the moment. We're missing some good opportunities. And still the ball comes forward here. But Salinas is offside, but that brings about the final whistle. We only win by 1 against the 10 men, and they played with 10 men for literally more than 90 minutes. 10 efforts, couldn't get the ball into the back of the net more than once, so our goal difference won't change by more than a single goal. Liverpool draw, though, with Everton, and that does take us above them now in the league. So we are into the top 4 again. Manchester City have replaced Manchester United now in second as well. Arsenal haven't yet played. They have Crystal Palace, who, as we saw earlier, are not having a great season. So fully expect Arsenal's unbeaten run to continue. And for us next, it's Leicester at home. Leicester City bring with them a low-rated goalkeeper in Ivušić, Kadiolu, Schultz, Issa Diop and Raynan Lodi. Schultz is only 64 and their second highest rated defender centrally. But they've got an 87 rated Jeremy Pino, 85 Rodri and an 88 32-year-old Diogo Jota up top, which is baffling. The rest of the defence is 82 rated, but they've one centre-back that's any good, and then a 64 and 53 rated player to partner him. So, not sure what's going on at Leicester, but they definitely need the January transfer window to come around as soon as possible by the looks of things. Snowing here at Patreon Park as well, so it's not going to be easy to play our usual slick style of play, but you never know, maybe the conditions will lead to goalkeeping mistakes or defensive errors at one end but not the other. No mistake from Ruben Richardson there as we look to keep ourselves with a clean sheet for the second game in a row now. Nottingham Forest not too far from us, of course, our local derby. And then Leicester City not that far away either from Nottingham. Forgot to actually mention that in the game against Forest, but a red card in the derby inside 2 minutes is pretty striking, isn't it? For a sign of how competitive that fixture is. How competitive the fixture is, and how fierce the rivalry is as well. Leicester fighting harder to get themselves an early 0-0 lead here at Patreon Park. But so far, oh my God, so far we're holding out. But we have had to recall on Richardson a couple of times there to ensure that that is the case. Here against Leicester. Thank you, I'll have that back. And Salah will run away with it. Raynan Lodi out of position now. We'll go on the floor, perhaps to Salinas instead. A little spin, look for Edwards on side. And Tom! I'm not going to win any trophies or challenge for the top 4 consistently if 88 rated players miss chances like that. Nice tackle by Guy. Mistake from Leicester to give the ball away so close to their own goal, because when Nacho's sniffing, he doesn't miss the chances that Edwards does, which is weird considering Salinas is 5 ratings lower than Tom Edwards. But we are 1 goal better than Leicester right now. Jota. Rodri. Oh, through ball. Dani Ceballos. Keeper does enough. Sliding out on both knees in the sludgy conditions to make a very, very good stop. Martin is there. Martin is played in. Oh, I just need the support to arrive at the right time. Salinas! Support arrived at this right time. It's an assist for Martin. It's a second for Salinas. Only his 11th goal of the season so far. Still isn't a bad return, to be completely honest. But with Tom Edwards having 14 to 16 now-ish, Nacho is not the, by far and away, best goal scorer at the club. Through the defender's legs, which is always difficult to deal with for the keeper, but he moved his leg towards it and then stopped. Thank you, though. 2-0. Rodri, lovely through ball to Diogo Jota. They're in for one back. They won't get it. Big save by Richardson to deny Diogo Jota the chance to bring Leicester back in towards potentially a point or two in this game. I tried to be a little bit too cute there. Yuri Pino. I almost wanted to let him take the volley just so that ball could go in, because that would have been sick if he'd pulled that off. Renan Lodi, I tried to get in the way. And I've taken the man out in the process. Referee's not going to give a card at all. Cooper just trying to block the cross, and I think the man ran into the challenge. No, I did catch him just after the ball had gone. He didn't run into it. I certainly made contact with his standing feet. Diogo Jota buries it. Good pen. Leicester have one back. We're going to have to be a bit more disciplined at the back now, I think, for the rest of the game. Made multiple changes, though, to give some fringe players some more football. Hopefully, we can see this out. Parrott. Schultz. Turns well. Bianchi. Not only will we potentially see it out, Enrico Bianchi's going to come off the bench and score a fantastic solo goal to give us our 2-goal advantage back again. Thank you, Enrico. Grazie. You love to see it. Grazie, amico. We're in front by 2 goals again. 3-1. Cooper. Lasser. I'll tell you what. Oh, we could have played him in again. Enrico could have had a brace off the bench. Jeremy Pino into Diogo Jota. Out to Rodri. Leicester could halve the deficit again. It's opened up a bit. Jota. Oh, that was wild. He did a nice little bit of movement to back away and earn the space. And then it's just blazed it high and into the stands. That's not gone well at all for Diogo Jota there. It's not really gone that well for Leicester at all here either. We don't get the clean sheet, but that's my fault for giving away a penalty more so than anything from Ruben Richardson in goal. But the 3 points will come in very handy. We will keep ourselves in the top 4 with them, and they've pulled one back again. They will halve the deficit, Leicester City. Although, why they're celebrating that goal with 3 seconds left in the game, I'm not sure. I tried to get there with Romero, and we tried a Di Canio kick to clear it, which is never going to work in that situation, is it, pal? Oh well, sorry, Leicester. Very well done, but not good enough. By 3-2, we win. This time, we did have our goal-scoring boots on, although the miss from Tom Edwards was very annoying, and we potentially could have scored more. And in some games, we might need to score more. United win, City draw. Didn't see how Arsenal did, but that puts Manchester United now at the halfway stage of the season back into second place. We are 3 points behind City, 4 points behind United, and a single point ahead of Liverpool at the halfway stage. Now, it's 9th placed Newcastle on the agenda, and another very difficult game. Newcastle United. Will is now 90 rated in goals, while Mario Kimpembe, Bolton and Sugawara at the back. Midfield 3 is as it has been for a little while now for Newcastle, and Leao da Silva did a very impressive thing last time we played Newcastle, didn't he? We'll try and keep him quiet today if we can. Manu's still on the left for them, Noni Madueke is still on the right, and Nacho now up, scoring goals again quite regularly, which is great. And Tom Edwards sat behind him. He's on 14 goals so far this season and is still, despite having not scored for 2 or 3 Premier League games in a row now, still the league's top goal scorer with those 14. So actually, Salinas might have brought himself up to potentially even second place in the league's goal scoring standings. And we might have, and we certainly do have, actually, regardless of what the standings say, 2 of the best goal scorers in the league playing for us right now. Ruben Richardson, on paper last year, got the Golden Glove as well, so he is supposedly one of the best goalkeepers in the division as well. Only 82 rated, and some of his individual stats are still very low comparatively to those world-class players that he's fighting for that Golden Glove. I still just don't know what to do with him in goal. Room to get into. Fleming to play it to as well. Nacho looking for Edwards. Edwards round the corner to Fleming. Fleming in the box, got it back. And Nacho, with a cheeky Tommy toe punt, gives us the 1-0 advantage at Patreon Park. Just outstretching a leg and Boing! Right off his tippy toes into the back of the net it goes. We have ourselves a lead against the Magpies. Nice interlinking play. Fleming around the corner, and then he's just on his own. He's really stabbed at it though, hasn't he? Just a little shuffle of the foot. And, actually, it's outside the boot and just above the leg. Actually, a much better finish than initially I gave him credit for. Newcastle. We're in the way. Oh, but the clearance isn't great. Oh, no! Through the legs! De Silva does it again. It was 30-plus yards last time. This time driven hard and low from close range. And he has managed to get himself a goal against us once more. Did well to intercept that. Was trying to actually find Patrick Guy, I think it is there, not Alex Salah. But then, that's a good finish. Just shot powers too much and Richardson just can't throw his leg out quickly enough. I really like that layout, De Silva. If we ever end up signing another striker to replace or complement Nacho Salinas in the squad, I think that Leao De Silva might be the guy, you know. He has done nothing but impress since we've seen that he exists. Lovely ball out wide. It's Noni Madueke. Yeah! Can't quite outmuscle him to get him off the ball. Fratesi. João Mario Madueke. Oh, what a save off the post. Oh, my Lord. De Silva's so unlucky not to have given them another goal there. That is unbelievable reactions from Richardson. I don't quite know why Richardson is turning out such high-quality performances. Because if you look at his goalkeeping stats, 79 diving, 80 handling. They're not incredible stats. 78 positioning is definitely not that good at all. His kicking is his best stat. If his kicking wasn't as high, he'd almost certainly only be 80 or 81 rated. His reflexes are 83. They are boosted to 87, obviously, but still, even with 87, that's a remarkable save. God, I just don't know what to do with him. Do I buy a higher rate keeper or not? Oh. Salinas steps in nicely. Kefrentura making a mistake there. And Fleming will race into the gap and play through Tom Edwards. Please, Tom. Oh, I tried to lift it over the keeper and he's done brilliantly to smother it and not allow it to get up and over the top of him. Nearly an immediate goal at the beginning of the second half to take the lead here. Liverpool were winning at half-time, so if they do get that result through and we don't win here, we might be, in fact, out of the top four by the end of the episode, despite starting it inside the top four, hoping to close down on the two Manchester sides above us in the table, but Newcastle could be the sides to try and bring themselves into the Champions League question, into the Champions League picture. Oh, but they keep making mistakes. And how that is that? How have I not got a free kick there? What? Salinas is in, surely to score. He's like grabbed him around the ankle and hauled him to the floor. VAR, please. If that was in the box, surely VAR would have called it back for a penalty. I can't believe it. Oh, that's a heavy touch as well. I'm getting away with it, though. Now, let's make them pay. Let's make them pay. Oh, God, no, another heavy touch. Oh, piss! Edwards. Romero. Salinas quickly to Fleming. I think he was just onside. He's been fouled, though, surely. You can hear the calls from the crowd. This referee does not like me. I'm certain of it. He must be a Nottingham Forest fan because he is not giving anything in our favour when it comes to free kicks. Who is it? Thomas Bramall. I never want him to referee another game of ours ever again in the history of ever because I can't get him to give me a free kick in my favour to save my life at the moment. Go on, Fleming, you're in. It's a dead ball by Salinas, but he's turned Bolton. I'm just going to have to try and get away from him again. Poke that across. Ref! Oh, my Lord! Cheers from the crowd. He gave a free kick in our favour. Francisco da Costa to Ben Jack. Into Patrick Guy. Out there to Sissoko. Players around me. Players in the box. Sissoko just needs to find one of them. And he very nearly did if it weren't for Newcastle. Oh, the weight of that is perfect. Noni Madueke's in. Newcastle surely to take a 2-1 lead. They do. It's 2-1 to the 12 men of Newcastle United, because the referee's certainly wearing one of their shirts underneath his referee kit. Nice. Come on then, Alex. You're kind of isolated here, mate, but I believe in you. Thank the Lord for Nacho Salinas, eh? 2-2 in the 82nd, and we are back on level terms. If Liverpool are going to win, we need to try and minimalise the damage, but I do think there is going to be some damage. Salinas into Edwards. Squeeze through the gap to Romero. Can we get a late winner? I'm going to need some support, boys, please. My left back can't do everything on his own. Here's Fleming. Arriving here is Milo Baumann. Through there is Tom Edwards. Can he beat Brandon Bolton? No, he can't. Moretti does well. The crowd called for a penalty. It wasn't, but even if it was, I don't doubt that the referee wouldn't give it. He hates me today. We definitely are playing against 12 men here. Madueke getting down the line. Oh, what a cross. That was destined for the man at the back post. Newcastle really could have won it late on. Either side still good. Nacho's on the run. I'll dink it. Can we bring that down ahead of Manu? Why Manu Tuchena is back here in defence, I'm not sure. Someone's got a free kick for handball. I think it's us. It is. Right then. I don't want Salinas taking it. Let's put Patrick Guy on it. I'm going to float it. Because I can't... Well, I could take it short. Can I take it short? I'm going to call for the second player. I'm going to have to try something a little bit different here. Get that out wide with Jack. Try and stretch them when they've got everybody in the middle there. Edwards. Nacho. Square is Salah. We will win with the last kick of the game against Newcastle. It's not damage limitation. It's maximising the damage we can give to Newcastle against the 12th men. Yes! We're going to get it done. Tried something a little bit unorthodox from the set piece. Ordinarily, you'd see every team just lump that into the box with seconds to go. But we're more intelligent than that. And it's clever set pieces that make the difference. And that has made the difference. We will win this game, despite Newcastle having a 1-0 and 2-1 lead. Get in! Just as Arsenal pulled a win from the jaws of defeat yesterday, we've done the same against Newcastle here today. Absolutely thrilled with that, and deserved as well on the balance of play. As Liverpool do win, as do Man United and Manchester City above us, we had to get the dub there. Just needed to be done. And well, we did. Arsenal still not lost any bloody games. We're into the second half of the season now. Right, a sim against Palace to end the day. Let's get this one over the line too, please. 0-0 at half-time, despite them having a lot of the ball and us having the majority of the chances. There is no breakthrough yet at Selhurst Park. Go on. Oh, the chance at the very end of the game to slot it home. One-on-one there, Alex Fleming. And the goalkeeper, Lozano, comes up with a big stop yet again. And it could even be a big point. Well, even more, though, for Crystal Palace. It is a single point for this fixture, but with 7 shots in the game, 3 big clear-cut chances. Unfortunately, we do fail to see that through. We got Wigan in the FA Cup, which is quite pleasing actually. That's a more straightforward tie. We're still fourth in the table, but 5th place Liverpool do have a game in hand now. So I imagine we'll drop out of the top 4 by the time that the end of the month and end of the calendar year comes around. So tomorrow then, we have Wigan, Chelsea, Manchester City and Leicester as we push through the January transfer window. If we beat Wigan, I'll probably end up splitting the window in 2. So I'm still waiting to see what you guys say about what I should do in that window. Let's get as far as the first though, so we can perhaps see those youth squad reports. Loads of youth players going out on loan at the end of the month, or the beginning of the window, sorry. And I haven't yet had those scout reports back, so we'll do it in the next episode then. That is all for today. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. And I will see you tomorrow for January transfer window action.